Example 1. So here we're going to graph the ellipse, identify the center, vertices, co-vertices, and foci. And I'm going to start off with a little list of the steps that should help keep us on track as we go. So I know this is kind of small, but if I put it at the top here, it's going to keep me on track. So the first thing I need to do is write the equation in standard form, but I need to figure out if the ellipse that I'm looking for is vertical or horizontal. And if you remember from your notes earlier, we look at if we can look at the first denominator. If the first denominator is larger than the second denominator, then the ellipse is horizontal. So since 64 is larger than 25, this is a horizontal ellipse. And the formula that we're going to use as our standard formula is x minus h squared over a squared plus y minus k squared over b squared equals 1. Now, remember, hk is the center. So the center of this is going to come from the numbers that are added to our numerators. But now notice that there's nothing added to x and there's nothing added to y. So the center is 0, 0. Now we can find the vertices. Now if you recall from earlier, the vertices are plus and minus a units away from the center. Plus minus a from the center. And you always look at the denominator. Here, the larger denominator, find a. So a is 64, but remember from the formula, your denominator is actually a squared. So to find a, you're going to have to square root 64. So we square root both sides, a is 8. So the vertex is 8 points away from the center, the vertices. So we're going to count out 8 to the right and 8 to the left. And now we have to figure out what these points are. So we just know that we went 8 to the right and we didn't go up or down, so that's 8, 0. And 8 to the left, we didn't go up or down, so that's negative 8, 0. Now something I want you to notice here is since this is a horizontal ellipse, that the y of the ordered pair for the vertices didn't change. Only the x changed. Now the next thing that we find are our co-vertices. And our co-vertices come from the other denominator, b. So if you remember, I'm going to add this to my little notes that I'm adding. I'm actually going to add these at the bottom. The co-vertices are plus minus b from the center. So notice that b is 25. So b squared is actually 25, if you notice from your formula. And in order to find b, we square root both sides to get 5. So the co-vertices are going to be 5 up and 5 down. So this point is 0, 5, and the other point is 0, negative 5. So now the last thing we have to find is the foci, or are the foci, I guess. And those are the little points that are on the major axis. And in order to find it, we need to find C. So remember that the foci are plus minus C from the center, but we need to use that C squared equals A squared minus B squared formula. Well, this is going to be pretty easy to do because we already know that A is 8. We already know that A squared is 64. And we already know that B is 5, and we already know that 5 squared is 25. So 64 minus 25 is 39. So we have C squared equals 39, square root both sides. C equals the square root of 39. So 39, if you put that, square root of 39, if you put that in the calculator, is about 6.24. So the foci are going to be about 6.24 points away from the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then just a little bit more. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then just a little bit more. Negative 6.240. So our foci are 6.240 and negative 6.240. And now we can take what we know and all of the things that we have found about this shape, and we can sketch out the ellipse. Make sure that you have the roundness to it, just like you would in a circle. And it's not going to be perfect, but, you know, it's going to be as good as we can make it. There we go.